Believe it or not, although we already discussed everything around power measurement earlier today, I think we go back to the roots now and continue with power measurement because no trade show without a real news.
Ah, yeah.
And if we talk about news, we talk about the EL3475. So what is this all about?
Well, on the first view, you already see it more or less because the standard terminals have single wire connection and those ones are obviously completely different.
Right.
So now everything is pluggable. So the current transformer now looks like this with a cable and you just plug it in and 3 current transformers are directly connected to your terminal, which makes it way faster than before.
Yeah, but why the hell do you connect an RJ45 to a terminal to measure power? I don't get it.
Yeah, usually these cables are for internet, let's say.
Yeah, or
that way.
EtherCAT.
Even better,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
right. But in this case, it's not. So here we use 330 millivolt 3 times for 3 current transformers. And then we still have 2 more cores left. These 2 we use for electronic nameplate. This is something really handy for you because the terminal, as soon as it is connected mechanically to the transformer, can read out what kind of transformer is connected. So in former days, you always need to talk about that. So someone installed the current transformer, said, okay, I used a 100 amp version, and then the programmer need to program that into the terminal. And obviously that can go wrong, maybe. And this is gone now. Yeah, now you just connect that to each other. And by the way, there's one other big change. Whoever did that before knows that this is difficult when you do use a current interface, like 1 or 5 amp transformers, like all the other transformers. Because these transformers also need something to shorten the transformer. Because the current needs to flow. If the primary current is flowing, then the secondary current also needs to flow. And if that's not possible, the transformer can be damaged. And here, as I said, we're using 330 millivolt. So now we have a voltage interface. Yeah. And that makes the system way easier because you can get rid of the shorting terminals, which need to be in between usually.
So even advanced features. Now, if the terminal can read a nameplate, somebody needs to send a nameplate. So where's the nameplate coming from?
The nameplate is part of the current transformer. Okay. So this is now the current transformer. And inside this box, there is a small storage which stores the information, what is it, who built it, and maybe traceability can also be a topic for your customer. And all these informations are stored here and then can be read out from this terminal.
Okay, but that means that only those customers can use the new 3475 terminal who also takes our current converters, or can we somehow connect other infrastructure components as well?
Very good question. Well, the electronic nameplate is something we do. Yeah. But if you don't need that, or if you have to use different current transformers because you're somehow forced to, you only need 330 millivolt current transformers, which is an open standard. And here is a different vendor, and you see this connection shows that we directly connect a different vendor to our hardware because we're using this open standard. So it is an open system, so you don't have to use our stuff. But of course you could.
Now, one final thing, because when I deeply looked into the terminal, I see our numbering 3475, but we have also an extension, and there's one version called 0200. So what is the secret about this special version?
So the standard version is for measuring RMS values like voltage, current, powers, even harmonics are in there. But some customers need to dig more into. You remember the monitoring group where you can get the instantaneous values of the AC current going up and down. This is then also part of the -0200 version because then we can do something called traces, we call traces, and these traces are instantaneous values from all 12 channels, and then you can really dig into every detail of your energy grid and search for errors, or maybe in best case only see everything is just like the way you want it to be.
Well, that's a good closing up, everything the way it wanted to be. Thank you for the insight, even in this latest, greatest new terminal.